A day of kindness. Sarah woke up early, ready to make the most of her day. She decided to go for a morning walk in the park. As she was about to leave, she remembered to take her reusable water bottle and some snacks. On her way, she saw an elderly neighbor struggling with grocery bags. Sarah offered to give her a hand, helping her carry the heavy items home. The neighbor was grateful and tried to give Sarah some money, but she politely declined. At the park, Sarah got an idea. She wanted to make a difference in people's lives. She took out her notebook and started writing down ways she could help others. As she was leaving, she saw a lost puppy. Sarah decided to take it to the nearby animal shelter. On the way, she stopped to get some dog food and a collar. At the shelter, Sarah learned they needed volunteers. She decided to give her time and signed up for weekend shifts. The staff was thrilled to get extra help. Sarah then went to visit her grandparents. She wanted to give them something special, so she stopped to get flowers on the way. Her grandparents were overjoyed to see her and the beautiful bouquet. Before heading home, Sarah made a quick stop at the local community center. She wanted to find out how she could get involved in more volunteer work. The center gave her information about various programs. As the day came to an end, Sarah felt fulfilled. She had managed to take small steps to make a big difference. She couldn't wait to go to bed, and get ready for another day of kindness tomorrow. A memorable summer adventure. Emily had been looking forward to summer break for months. She decided to make the most of her time off and go on an adventure. First, she had to get everything organized for her trip. Emily took a few days to plan her itinerary. She wanted to give herself enough time to explore new places and have exciting experiences. After careful consideration, she decided to go on a road trip across the country. Before leaving, Emily had to take care of a few things. She needed to get her car serviced and make sure it was in good condition for the long journey. She also had to give notice at her part-time job and make arrangements for someone to take care of her plants. On the day of departure, Emily woke up early and got ready. She had packed everything she needed the night before. She took one last look around her apartment before heading out. The first stop on her trip was a small coastal town. Emily went to the beach and had a wonderful time swimming and sunbathing. She even got to try surfing for the first time. In the next city, Emily visited a famous museum. She had always wanted to see the exhibits there. The museum was offering a special workshop, so Emily decided to take part. She got to make her own piece of art and had a great time doing it. As she continued her journey, Emily made it a point to try local cuisines in each place she visited. She had some of the most delicious meals she'd ever tasted. One day, Emily got lost while hiking in a national park. Fortunately, she ran into a friendly park ranger, who gave her directions and some safety tips. Emily was grateful for the help and decided to give a donation to the park's conservation fund. Towards the end of her trip, Emily went to a music festival. She had an amazing time dancing and singing along to her favorite bands. She even got to meet one of the performers backstage. On her way home, Emily reflected on all the wonderful experiences she'd had. She felt like she had grown as a person, and couldn't wait to share her stories with friends and family. When Emily finally arrived home, she was tired but happy. She had taken countless photos, made new friends, and created memories that would last a lifetime. She couldn't wait to start planning her next adventure. The school fundraiser. Alex was determined to make this year's school fundraiser a huge success. As the student council president, he wanted to give back to the community and put his leadership skills to good use. First, Alex had to get permission from the principal. He put together a detailed proposal and went to present it. The principal was impressed and gave Alex the green light to proceed. Alex decided to take charge of organizing a carnival-style event. He put up posters around the school to recruit volunteers, and got an overwhelming response from his fellow students. The next step was to make a list of all the activities they could offer. Alex put his thinking cap on and came up with ideas, like a dunk tank, face painting, and a bake sale. He also wanted to put on a talent show to showcase the students' abilities. As the event day approached, Alex had to go to local businesses to get sponsorships. He put on his most professional outfit, and gave persuasive speeches to potential sponsors. Many were impressed by his initiative and agreed to give support. The day before the fundraiser, Alex and his team worked tirelessly to put everything in place. They had to take delivery of rental equipment, and put up decorations all over the school grounds. On the big day, Alex woke up early to go to the school, and make sure everything was ready. He put the finishing touches on the setup, and gave a pep talk to all the volunteers. As people started to arrive, Alex was thrilled to see the turnout. Families were enjoying the games, and children were excited to get their faces painted. The bake sale was a hit, with homemade treats selling out quickly. During the talent show, Alex was amazed by the performances. Students sang, danced, and put on comedy skits that had the audience cheering. At the end of the day, Alex was exhausted but happy. He took a moment to thank all the volunteers and sponsors who had helped make the event a success. When they counted the money raised, Alex was overjoyed to see they had exceeded their goal. The following week, Alex got to present a check to the local children's hospital. Seeing the grateful faces of the hospital staff made all the hard work worthwhile. As he reflected on the experience, Alex felt proud of what they had accomplished. He had taken on a big challenge, put in a lot of effort, and made a real difference in his community. The fundraiser had not only raised money, but also brought the school and community closer together. Alex couldn't wait to see what other positive changes he could make during his time as student council president. He was already starting to put together ideas for the next big event. The unexpected journey. Sarah had always dreamed of going on an adventure, but she never thought it would happen like this. One ordinary Tuesday, she got an unexpected email that would change everything. The message was from a distant relative she had never met. It explained that Sarah's great-aunt had passed away, and left her a mysterious old house in a small coastal town. Sarah had to go there to claim her inheritance and put the affairs in order. At first, Sarah wasn't sure what to make of this news. She had a comfortable job and a routine life, but something inside her yearned for change. After some consideration, she decided to take a leap of faith. She put in her 2 weeks' notice at work and started packing her bags. The journey to the coastal town was long. Sarah had to take 3 different buses, and then get a taxi for the final stretch. As she traveled, she couldn't help but wonder what awaited her at the end of this trip. When Sarah finally arrived at the house, she was taken aback. It was an old Victorian mansion that looked like it hadn't been lived in for years. She took a deep breath and put the key in the lock. Inside, the house was filled with antiques and curiosities. Sarah spent hours exploring, opening dusty drawers and peering into old trunks. In the attic, she made an exciting discovery. A journal that belonged to her great-aunt. As Sarah read the journal, she got more and more intrigued. It was filled with tales of adventure and hints about a family secret. One entry mentioned a hidden room somewhere in the house. Sarah was determined to find it. For days, Sarah searched the house, looking for clues. She tapped on walls, measured rooms, and even crawled through a dusty old dumbwaiter. Finally, behind a bookcase in the library, she found a hidden lever. With trembling hands, Sarah pulled the lever. A section of the wall swung open, revealing a small, secret room. Inside, she found a treasure trove of old maps, photographs, and letters. It seemed her great-aunt had been an explorer, and had made some significant historical discoveries. Excited by her find, Sarah decided to go to the local historical society. She took some of the documents with her and showed them to the curator. The curator was amazed and told Sarah that these artifacts could be of great importance. Over the next few weeks, Sarah worked with historians to piece together her great-aunt's adventures. She got more and more excited as the story unfolded. It turned out that her great-aunt had discovered an ancient shipwreck off the coast, but had kept it a secret to protect the site. Sarah's discovery made headlines in the local news. She was interviewed by reporters and even got offers from publishers interested in turning her great-aunt's story into a book. As the excitement settled, Sarah had a big decision to make. Should she go back to her old life or stay and continue her great-aunt's work? The old house no longer seemed mysterious, but full of potential. In the end, Sarah decided to take another leap of faith. She put her city apartment up for rent and moved permanently into the old house. She made plans to renovate it and turn part of it into a small museum dedicated to her great-aunt's discoveries. Sarah's life had taken an unexpected turn, but she couldn't be happier. She had gone on the adventure she always dreamed of, and in the process, she had discovered a new purpose. As she stood on the balcony of her new home, looking out at the sea, Sarah felt a sense of excitement for what the future might hold. She knew that this was just the beginning of her own great adventure, and she couldn't wait to see where it would take her next.